Hi everyone, welcome back to Through the Eyes of a Therapist. I'm Crystal Martinez Acosta, licensed professional counselor, board approved supervisor in the state of Texas, and a nationally board certified counselor, as well as a certified clinical trauma professional. I told you that this season was going to be the most candid ever. And so I have dedicated myself to recording content almost nonstop. I'm carrying my little troll looking hair, those fluffy hair trolls? Yeah, that's what my recorder looks like. So that's a sound limiter that's on top of the recorder so that my P sounds, my P sounds won't be so harsh, and my audio will sound a little smoother. So I look like I'm just talking into this troll head while I'm walking around recording. It's really funny. Anyway, so here I am today working from my home office in my private practice. And this is kind of what it's like. I dropped my son off at Escuelita this morning, and I have been working nonstop the past few weeks. I am exhausted. As you know, therapists don't do a lot of heavy labor with our physical bodies. We do a lot of sitting and we do a lot of critical thinking and brain work, as I've talked about in previous episodes, how we do a lot of thinking, a lot of cognitive acrobatics, if you will. And so today is my admin day. And my work week in private practice is a little bit different than the conventional Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today. So when you're in private practice as a therapist, or probably when you are self-employed, and you can really make your work schedule the way you want, as much as you want. You can be as flexible as you want. So my Mondays technically are Saturdays. So my work week starts on Saturday. I work Saturdays and Sundays because I have many clients who work the conventional Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So the only days that they have access to therapy are the weekends. And I want to be available for them on those days so they can experience therapy in the comfort of their own homes and things of that nature, and just kind of, have access to therapy, not have to take time off of work, and they can, make that bread and then also go back to their regular lives on the weekends. And for me, it's fine because my childcare situation is that thankfully I have wonderful parents, wonderful in-laws, and my sister and my husband can watch my creature while I'm working, and we just kind of flip-flop. So whenever they're working, I watch them, watch the creature, and whenever I'm working, they watch the creature. And of course, we send Owen to the Escuelita whenever I'm working, such as right now. So today is a midweek admin day, and the house is so quiet except for my dogs drinking water, which is what you heard a little while ago. I don't know if you were able to pick that up in the mic, but this mic is pretty sensitive. You might have been able to hear that. Yeah, my dogs' names are Puzzle and Vixie. They are about 9 and 7 years old, I believe. And yeah, so they're here with me. Sometimes they bark. The neighbors' dogs bark as well. And so I think they have conversations back and forth. That's my hypothesis. Anyway, so right now I'm working on my copy for my new website. What is copy? Copy is what you write, what you send out there into the interwebs via written word. And so I am carefully constructing what is going to be read on my website by consumers and other people that come across my website. So my website as it exists now is www.clarityelpaso.com. And all it has on there is pretty basic, just some information about my services and who I am. And it connects to something called Simple Practice, which is my electronic health record system. And people who do therapy with me and who are my clients are able to get into their client portal and access their electronic health records through there. And it's HIPAA compliant and all of that stuff. So what I'm doing now is I have paid a wonderful friend and colleague from California named Mishka Kimball from the Kimball Collective, Kimball Collective, who has a company that does branding for therapists. And I have been wanting to hire her for the past couple of years to do my website, but I kind of had to save up and then kind of outsource the building of my website because I am not tech savvy at all, really. I can only do so much. So I can publish podcasts, I can do other things, but I don't know if I can build a whole ass website. So I was able to contract her to do this, but I really wanted to write my own copy. I really wanted to be able to have my voice come across in the writing and written word of my website. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's actually a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's no wonder that copywriters actually charge so much because they have to really capture what you want to say and how you want to be portrayed. And so let me just read you a real quick paragraph of something I wrote. It's just a little difficult to kind of capture even what I want to say. So for example, here on this page, I'm talking about my supervision services. And so let's see. I offer a lot of services. I offer training, consultation, clinical consultation, and business consultations. I also offer workshops and LPC associate supervision. So the section that I'm going to read to you is about my LPC associate supervision. So are you looking for an LPCA supervisor? Which technically, according to the board, LPC associate is supposed to be spelled out. But for my SEO, I am going to just put LPCA supervisor because I'm sure that that's what LPC associates or future LPC associates are Googling right now to try to find a supervisor. So I put, are you looking for an LPCA supervisor? Look no further. I was going to say less, but I'm not sure if that's how authentic I want to be on my website. I also have to kind of make it look professional. See, this is the thing about copywriting is that you want to get the message across, and you do want your voice to come across, but also you don't want to seem kitschy or what is the other word, like gimmicky, right? So I'm just going to put look no further because that seems timeless. Crystal Acosta, LPC supervisor, has been a Texas board approved supervisor since 2019. She has successfully upgraded some of Texas's TEXAS apostrophe without an extra S. Chime in if you think it needs to have the extra S after the apostrophe. Texas's best and brightest counselors. Here are some of the things you can expect from Crystal's supervision process. And then I have a bullet point list. First is it's virtual, it's cost efficient. I know that I charge some of the lowest or one of the lowest rates in Texas. And people are like, well, you know so much, you have so much expertise. Like, why don't you charge more? Because I remember having to be an LPC associate at the time we were called LPC interns. I remember having to be an LPCI or LPC intern and being so effing broke. I had no job and I had to get a supervisor to get a job to get paid and then have to pay my supervisor money to supervise me every month. Excuse me. And so to incur that cost out of grad school when you don't necessarily have a job lined up yet, I think is a little bit of a problem. So I really want to keep my cost accessible to people. And I want to keep myself accessible to people and what is in my brain accessible to people. So I charge $200 a month for LPC supervision. I know a lot of people who charge like $65 a session, $75 a session. Now with inflation, people are raising their prices. And just to me, I just think it's better to charge less. So yeah, that's my thing. It's an accessibility issue, an equity issue, a social justice issue, and I'm able to do it. It's not like if I keep my rates that low, I'm going to starve or anything. So I'm able to still live a comfortable lifestyle. I'm not like extra horribly super rich, like lottery rich or anything like that. But, I'm able to still buy my pizza on the weekends, so it's fine. Like being self-employed and being able to charge that much to my associates, I think is a win-win for everyone. That's just my perspective, my eyes, through the eyes of a therapist podcast. Hello. Okay, anyway. So the other thing is it's cost efficient, 3 individual meetings and 1 group meeting per month. Unlimited texting, emailing, and calls regarding client crises, professional development, expertise in EMDR, child and adolescent counseling, TFCBT and ethics, developmental and relational supervision, trauma-informed, anti-oppressive, and psychologically safe supervision. These are things that I truly believe in, and that if people really read carefully into what I'm talking about here, this is what I believe copy and copywriting can do for you if you do it yourself, is you can really convey what your services truly mean to the people that are looking for your services and the people who know what they need and what they're looking for and what they need to interpret from your copy. So I know that an LPC associate or a future LPC associate that's looking at this list might be impressed by the cost efficiency, or they might be impressed by, oh, she focuses on professional development, like what I'm going to be doing in the future with my career, or the fact that she has a trauma focus and trauma expertise, or maybe they understand that they've been burned before by previous sucky ass supervisors and have been oppressed or psychologically unsafe before, and so they know that it's important to seek someone who is psychologically safe, practices anti-oppressively, and in a trauma-informed manner. So language is everything. Language is everything in therapy, and this is what I tell my students at the university too. Language is everything in therapy. Language is everything in copy. And yeah, this is just kind of a little taste of what I've been doing lately. I'm smelling something like that's cooking. I'm not cooking though. I'm working in my home office. Is it a plug-in? Is it a Scentsy? Interesting. Anyway, I hope you don't think that I have like an attention deficit disorder. I don't think I do. Although after I did have my son, I think my brain changed a little bit. And I think I have something called mom brain. So for those of you who have kids, caregivers who have children, I feel like have so many things on their mind and so many plates up in the air that you kind of have to be switching from task to task to task all the time. So your brain isn't the best at focusing anymore. Anyway, if you feel me, let me know in the comments, in the Instagram feed about this episode, if you heard that, if you feel me. All right. Anyway, so just wanted to let you know, my website will be up in the next couple of months. So if you have any feedback about my website, oh my gosh, I would love that. And I'm open to hearing from you. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Through the Eyes of a Therapist podcast. Please, please, please follow me on Instagram. I changed my Instagram handle, so it's now Through the Eyes of a Therapist. It used to be Through the Eyes of a Therapist pod, as if I needed to add more letters, but it is now just Through the Eyes of a Therapist on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook, Through the Eyes of a Therapist. You can visit my Facebook page for my practice, Clarity Counseling, Consultation, and Wellness. I really love long names, apparently, for things that I create, which is hilarious. Also, I still have some unicorn t-shirts. If you're interested, you can go to my Instagram and shop on Instagram. I connected my Shopify shop on Instagram, and I can ship to you wherever you're at in the United States. You don't have to live in El Paso to get a t-shirt. A Therapy is Cool t-shirt with a dabbing unicorn. I just did the dab as I dabbed with my arms and the microphone in my hand. I dabbed. Anyway, so yeah, I look forward to connecting with you. And yeah, visit my old website now that it's still up, and you will see the new and improved Mishka Kimball Collective website coming up in the next couple of months, and hopefully you enjoy my copy. So thanks for listening to Through the Eyes of a Therapist podcast by Crystal Martinez Acosta, licensed professional counselor, supervisor, certified clinical trauma professional, and board approved supervisor. And what did I already say? Geez, I have alphabet soup after my name a little bit. Anyways, thanks so much for listening. Catch ya next time. Bye.